Chris Christie wasn't invited to CPAC. And if you look at the kind of Morning Joe universe, he is the constant, just consummate example of, like he's the responsible conservative, he's the appealing Republican. And I actually think in certain respects, there's some truth to that on the level of, he can do a good Letterman segment. I think, frankly, his obnoxiousness, it plays well where we are in the tri-state area. I think it will play terribly in a place like Iowa, but that's sort of for another day. But I want to just be really clear. So when we're talking about Chris Christie, we're still talking about a very unbelievably right-wing guy. So we talk about the party marginalized,
anti-gay marriage, anti-choice.
Yes, and I want to just say, because right now there's an anti-gay conversion therapy in the state legislature in New Jersey, okay, which is basically a form of organized, quasi-religious child abuse aimed at gay children. That's what it is, okay? It's paying people to abuse your kids, to torture them out of their sexual identity. Now, Chris Christie, who is known for straight talk, and apparently it's really easy to straight talk when you're like, screaming at a teacher or something, basically said in response to whether or not he'll sign this bill, let alone being anti-gay marriage, which
but this bill, to be clear, is a bill passed by Democrats to ban this kind of insanity.
To ban child abuse, to ban gay conversion therapy, which I would call child abuse.
I would agree with you on that.
I'm of two minds on this stuff in general. Number one, I think there's lots of deference given to parents in raising their kids. I don't. This is a general philosophy, not to his bill. That's the author of the bill. Generally speaking, on bills that restrict parents' ability to make decisions on how to care for their children, I'm generally a skeptic of those bills. Now, there can always be exceptions to those rules, and this bill may be one of them. Now, I don't hear any straight talk there. I hear BS and nonsense about a child abuse bill. And this guy is like, in addition to slashing taxes for millionaires while he cut through people off of the Medicaid rolls, in addition to opposing gay marriage and all the other things he talked about, this is the guy who's held up as like the moderate savior of the Republican Party, and he's an extreme right-winger by any standard metric you would use pre-complete insanity.
Well, in his defense, he's put out the word quietly that whoever gets him the box of the frosted munchkins first, that's the way he's going to go. I'm sorry, I can't help it. You know what? I will never stop making fun of him for being fat, for all the nasty things he said to other people, teachers and others. So, you know what? For anybody who's going to freak out on me on that, I wouldn't make fun of just anybody for being fat, but Chris Christie, I will. Yeah, it's like, at what point did Dick Lugar not become conservative enough?
Right.
For the Republican Party, at what point? I mean, at what point? Now George Bush isn't conservative enough. Karl Rove is a sellout to them. I mean, I consider him a sellout, an evil human being in a lot of other ways. But to them, he's a sellout because he doesn't want the extreme right wingers who can't win to be in certain states to be their nominees. I mean, there's just you get to a point where there's a sort of a death spiral of any movement or any organization where it's going down the tubes. We're in a weird, uncharted territory for a modern political party in the United States because this kind of thing hasn't happened in a long time, and I don't know what the outcome ends up being. The only thing, what's propping this up right now is a lot of money from people like the Koch brothers, an entertainment complex that feeds people dishonest information, and even with that, most people still disagree with them, even though they've got Fox and the ratings Fox has and Rush Limbaugh and whatever, playing to people's resentments and fears and things that really aren't accurate and making things up. Still, on these issues we talk about, the vast majority of people don't agree with them. I don't know how this ends up because you're right, Chris Christie. What's his name? Bob McDonnell wasn't conservative enough. The people, remember his nickname when he was running? People were calling him Taliban Bob.
Right.
He's crazy. He's the guy that went to Liberty. Did he go to Liberty? He went somewhere like that.
He went to Liberty.
And he wrote his thesis on how, women leaving the household were hurting families or something. Something positively out of, the 1880s. He's not concerned. At what point, the I'm purer than thou, I'm holier than thou, I don't know at what point that ends for these people. Right. Where is it that Tom Latham wasn't going to be conservative enough in Iowa, a guy who's very right-wing, but he doesn't happen to be just quite as crazy as Steve King.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know where this ends up. It can't be good because as a democracy, we need two functioning and reasonable parties. You lose one of them, then the Democrats can become corrupt. And it happens under all, it already has happened to many Democrats. I mean, the problem is, when you've got one party and another party's not even viable, see where that happens anywhere locally, whether it's a rural state that only elects Republicans or certain cities that only elect Democrats. If you've got no real competition, it starts to become a problem.
Right. Absolutely. And I just think what I want to just also really, I think it's very important for us to keep kind of hitting and emphasizing over the next couple of years. I don't think Christie's as strong as people think he is. I think it will be really hard for him to win a primary, but don't let this guy get shifted into the position of being a kind of, charming, roguish center-right guy. He's incredibly right-wing. And just because he's not right-wing enough for the, Iranian Guardian Council faction of the Republican Party doesn't mean he isn't extremely conservative.